This is the picture we took of you 5 years ago when we met.
Yeah. My hair has grown.
It has. 5 years is a long time.
Yeah, amazing.
I think it's a beautiful portrait.
It is. There's something in the eyes. It's so like, wow. Mm-hmm. It is. It's very beautiful. Let me just put my spectacles on because I will see it even better.
And I think you were also wearing a design from yourself?
No, not there. It could look like my work, but it's somebody else's work.
But this is your own design.
Yes, this is one of mine. And actually it's written on it, it's written, art can change the world and make it a better place.
Yeah.
And I really think so. Whether it's by films, whether it's by, paintings, or anything creative.
Do you think 5 years is a long time or not?
Well, it is and it isn't, isn't it? It goes fast, but it is quite a long time. I mean, you can do a lot of things in 5 years, right?
We'll check maybe what changed in your life in 5 years. So, shall we take a look at the first question we asked you 5 years ago? When we meet again in 5 years, is there a chance that we'll be doing the interview in Dutch?
Well, maybe. I would like to learn, and I was, doing some Dutch this morning with my son, who's today 12. He's still 12. But it's really difficult. Everybody says, oh, you know English, so it'll really be easy. It's really, really difficult, but I'm trying. I am trying.
Yeah. So how's your Dutch today?
Yeah. Well, I think I understand more, but to actually pronounce things is really difficult, really difficult. But it is true. I every day, I think, oh my God, I really want to learn it. I listen to the radio. I try to look at some, series in Dutch and so on. But to really learn it, I think you have to go to school a bit.
Yeah.
And I just haven't had the chance. And I hope so, but I just haven't had the chance.
En zou het lukken als ik de vraag in het Nederlands stel en u in het Engels antwoordt? Would that be okay? Or no, we'll do the interview in English.
Yeah.
And you prefer English to French, right?
Oh yes, definitely. I don't feel myself when I'm speaking in French. Yeah.
Because you grew up.
I grew up completely in England.
UK?
In England, yes, absolutely. So it's very difficult for me to actually express myself in French.
Does that mean you speak English, for instance, with your brother?
At home we speak English, and
with the rest of the royal family?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your conversations
sort of
are in English?
franglais, sort of, it goes a bit of everything. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. And nobody minds.
Okay.
Yeah.
When we met 5 years ago, our goal was, of course, to talk about the future, about today. And you told us something that we thought was very remarkable.
Oh, remarkable. I've always had a problem with future.
A problem with
future. It doesn't look like it, but I'm somebody who's extremely anguished about the future since a very, very young child. And I used to go to fortune tellers like I go to the bathroom. But I've stopped since I've had my children. And I have to say that COVID's helped enormously on that, because now, you just don't know anymore, right, about the future. So it is a theme that I find very interesting.
Yeah. Have you taken up that habit of going to fortune tellers anytime during the last 5 years? No.
No. I have children, and if they say something, I will be so influenced that I won't be able to live with it. So, no, I haven't gone back. But it's been tempting. It has really been tempting.
It has?
Yes.
And did any of the things that the fortune tellers ever predict come true?
100%.
Really?
She said, you're going to exhibit in Italy. I said, Italy? I'm not interested in going to exhibit in Italy. I'll go to New York, but not in Italy. And I exhibited the Venice Biennale. You're going to move. You're going to go to Belgium. Are you kidding me? I was such a Londoner. There was no vision of going to Belgium. And I moved to Belgium.
Okay.
She was unbelievable. That's why I thought, okay, this is too scary. I'm not going there anymore. Yeah.
But have you learned to look at the future indeed in a more relaxed way?
Not really, no.
Not really?
No, especially with what's going on, no. Because yes, I get very anxious, of course, of the future, big time, yeah.
Can you pinpoint what makes you anxious today?
The future of my children.
Okay,
Yeah.
And why?
It's all this unknown. It's all this. I think it's what's going on in the world. You know, will they have a job? Will they be happy? For me, that is the most important thing: is will they be happy? And I tried to say to them, you're going to be happy and unhappy. It's not possible to be happy all the time. But to have a certain peace of where you are in whatever situation you are, right? Because I have no idea what their situation will be at the, later on. So yeah, I worry about that a lot.
You were also worried about some evolutions in society, and we also spoke about that. What are you pessimistic about when thinking about the future?
I think I'm a bit worried about the economical imbalance of like people getting very rich and people getting poorer and the middle class not being so present. That's my worry. So an economical imbalance. This is a feeling. I just feel there is going to be more money for the rich and less, and less money for the poor.
That's
prediction.
true.
Prediction that has come true.
Yeah, and that's very sad.
We checked it. The wealth of all billionaires worldwide has increased by 2 trillion euros only last year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You're still worried about that?
Yeah, it's not getting any better. I think it's one of the principal reason I left England when I expected my first child is I hated that inequality. There was so much difference in different classes. And I couldn't stand the idea that my children were going to grow up like that.
If I may ask, so do you ever feel conflicted now speaking about inequality while living with more privilege, if I can say so?
I don't live with more privilege.
No?
Well, I have privilege in the sense that I'm healthy, but I work.
Yeah.
I work 7 days a week. I'm an independent. I never know if my project's going to work or not, And when everybody goes, this is one other thing. How was your summer? I was in my studio, and my children were working in Deleuze. Okay, we saw a family in the States for 8 days in the whole summer. I mean, it's not huge, is it?
Yeah.
So I think people think like that.
Because you're part of the royal family now.
Yeah, but just because you are, I'm a working independent artist, and I do lots of different projects. Touch wood that they continue. But you never know. Especially today, the arts world is changing a lot. So it's you don't know what can happen. Is my work going to be recognized in a few years, and so on? So I am just completely like a chihuahua in my studio, and I work non-stop.
Yeah.
I'm a workaholic.
Yeah. So you feel that you don't have any certainty about
zero.
Your income?
No, absolutely zero. No, nobody helps me on that.
Yeah.
And this is how my children will be too.
Yeah. When we met 5 years ago, you had just changed your name from to Van Saksen-Coburg. And at that point, you told us that for you, it was much more than just changing names. It was a turning point in your life. Let's take a look.
Well, I think changing your name is very strong. It's very strong. And funny enough, it doesn't feel bizarre. It feels like that's what it should have been. It was the other one that was uncomfortable. But when you get the name that
Boel.
actually, Boel wasn't as comfortable. That's probably why my art has the signature Delphine. It never had Delphine Boel because it didn't feel right. And then when I had the name that belonged to me before, should have belonged to me, then it felt right, and it just feels right.
Mm-hmm. Does it change your daily life, the new name?
I don't know. So it's too early to see whether that I will lose some friends or I will not. Mm.
This is 5 years on.
Mm-hmm.
Did you lose, for instance, any friends because of what changed in your life?
Well, I think, I'll be honest, it has, because it's a story that still kind of is very intriguing for people. So it's not that I've lost my friends or people that I like or whatever, but it's true that if I'm asked, hey, do you want to, let's go and have lunch, or I don't have lunch, but let's go and have dinner and everything like that, and let's say I haven't seen them for a while, then they will always ask me the same questions about how does it feel, and as if I was going to talk about what's going on privately. Mm-hmm. And it's something that I find very intrusive, and I don't like it. So I have definitely isolated myself, which is not good for me.
Because you get a lot of questions about...
I get often questions, and because, and I think people don't realize that it's something that, I'd prefer if we talked about art or the latest films, or I know it sounds a little bit shallow, but, or about our children, I don't know, but it's not really up to me to talk about what's going on with my family or anything like that.
The royal family.
It makes me very uncomfortable.
Mm. Do you feel that is kind of a price that you had to pay to become accepted in the royal family?
No, because it was even before.
Okay.
Yeah, because there was always the question mark, are you not, and so on. So I think it's kind of always existed, even as a little girl. There was always this whispering and all that. So it's kind of something that I grew up with. Mm-hmm. So, but still now it's more, because it's more intrigue.
So your daily life did change?
Yeah, it's more isolated.
Okay, interesting. Both of your children changed their names as well. How does it impact them?
Well, my daughter in the college is under a different name, and my son is very discreet, doesn't like it. We talk about it because sometimes people ask them questions even of, and they don't like it. So
they don't like
like questions.
Okay.
They just don't like questions. And because it's not really their story, is it? It's mine, but they are part of it. But they're very proud of it as well. It's not about, I think they're really proud of me, really, more than anything, which is why they like to wear their mother's name. I mean, they asked my name before, and I said, I'm not going to give you Boel, all right? I'm not doing that.
So they just wear their mother's name now, van Saksen-Coburg?
No, O'Hare. No, they're very proud of their father's name. Oh, well, yes, they would never have got rid of their father's name. Yeah. That is a priority, but they are wearing their father's name and then my name, just like the Spanish,
Yeah. I'll ask you a very personal question also 5 years ago, after which you really opened up to us, I have to say. Your real father has only recognized you as his daughter when he was forced to do so by the court. He fought against it for many years. He hurt you. Do you think the wounds will have healed in 2025?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's very important to be able to see the person again. I realized that it was to do really with his environment. I think he's a man that if he'd been in another environment, let's say a very normal environment, a family, like a normal, with really good people around him, he'd be a different man.
Yeah.
But because, for me, he's not in a good environment, he is what he is now.
Yeah. Have you forgiven him?
Yes, I have forgiven him because, again, I think, and that's what I said, the surrounding, I mean, I've understood a lot of things and so on, so I think the surroundings certainly didn't help. Now, whether the wound is you know, like a cut, is it now completely vanished? Mm-hmm. No. I don't think that ever goes away. Mm. I mean, the wound is there and it'll be scarred. But a scar can also make you. I think my story has made me who I am. But yes, I have forgiven him. Yeah, absolutely.
And what helped you move forward?
I think certain, I don't know how to say it. I analyzed certain things and things that I pretty much knew before, mm-hmm. But became more obvious of why and how this happens and why it was such a big, long path and so on when it should have never happened like that. But so once you analyze and you understand and you know, okay, well, this is really what happened, you know it's not their fault. It's not their fault. So you can't completely blame them, you know? Mm-hmm. So,
yeah.
And I think to live well, you have to try and forgive, you know? Otherwise, you're not going to live very well for yourself.
Do you see him often, your father?
Yes, sometimes, yes.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. You also mentioned something about that 5 years ago. Would you like to see more of him in the future?
Yes. And I think it's important for my children to see him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So between today and 2025, your children will have met their grandfather?
I hope so. I hope so. It's normally should happen, but we'll see.
That happened actually not too long after our interview.
That they met them?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
In this picture?
Oh, no, that was much later. No, but I saw them several times before that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
we just decided to do
this kind of pictures?
Sorry?
Do you treasure this kind of pictures?
Yeah, it's cute. It's beautiful. Yeah.
This was a picture that was...
I did it on purpose because I was sick and tired that people say, do they see them or not? No. So I thought, okay, let's just do the picture because normally I don't take pictures. Mm-hmm. But because I was brought up to be very private about the whole thing. Mm-hmm. You know, I was brought up to not say that when I was younger, that I saw this man and so on. So that stayed in me. That's why I find it very hard to talk about it, including to people I know very well who are friends. I don't. So, but it was really a kind of like, okay, you know what? Let's just do the picture. Okay, there they are.
Of course, King Albert is now in the later years of his life. Mm. Do you feel that everything that needed to be said between the two of you has been said?
That's too private. I'm not going to say that out loud. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're at ease with the situation now.
Am I at ease with the situation? Yeah. I mean, you know, you have to respect what... I see that with my mother as well, you know. I was very angry at her letting this thing go like that and lying and so on. But you have to... My birth was a long time ago. Situations were so different then. Mm-hmm, Do you know what I mean? I have to put myself in their situation, in their upbringing. And so the more I put myself in my mother and my father's skin, the more I can understand things, right? Not 100%, but more.
Okay.
I think that's what you have to do, is put yourself in their skin at that time and so on. So, and their upbringing is very important.
Interesting. This is a question actually we asked you and everyone on our program 5 years ago. And the question was literally to everyone, do you think that Princess Delphine will be appearing together with the royal family on the 21st of July in the future?
Oh, you asked that to everybody?
Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
And
They didn't say, oh, no, not that bitch.
Zit prinses Delphine mee op de tribune bij de Nationale Feestdag in 2025?
Ik hoop van wel. En ik denk het ook wel. Ja.
Als het van Philippe afhangt, wel.
Hoe oud is koning Albert nu? Moest hij zijn hoofd leggen, dan denk ik dat er kans toe is. Ja. Ja.
Ik denk als ze dit zelf wil, dat het zo zal zijn.
Van mij is ze wel gekomen om daar te zitten. Ik heb medelijden met de mensen die daar elk jaar moeten zitten in dat triestig spel. Daar zit al zoveel volk. Dus ja, nee. Waarom niet?
Als ik haar zou zijn, ik heb mijn ding gekregen. Peace.
Yes.
You'd love to be there then?
Love, I don't know, but I think I should be there.
Do you feel equally treated now as your brothers and sister?
Well, I think nobody wants to be out of their tribe. You don't want to be treated differently, right? And so it's just unpleasant. You want to belong. So yes, it's you know, it took some time to get used to everybody, but it's little by little. There's more and more sort of respect, really.
We also asked you 5 years ago if your title was going to influence you as an artist, and this is what you said. So you don't have the feeling that now that you're carrying the title of princess, it will oblige you in some way to be more careful?
Well, I hope not, because that would be a shame. But, you know, it's very soon still to tell, but I sure hope that one day I'm not told you can't do that because who you are.
How do you look back at that quote? Would you say that you're as free as before you carry the title of princess in your art?
I would say I am, yes.
There's no questions, no pressure whatsoever?
I'm doing a new series of a new theme, which is going to be... I'm doing a new theme now about paternity, in fact. I don't feel... I will not let myself not... You know, I am an artist, and that's the way it is. It's my career, and I will not let...
Do you feel pressure then sometimes?
I think the other people might, but not me. You know, they might think, oh, I can't show that. But that's their problem. But I still make it. I'll still
So you mean people in galleries who are afraid
Of course, of course.
Really? Show your art?
It could. I'm doing a new theme that could have a problem with certain people, certain art.
Okay. Because they would be afraid of reactions coming from...
Yeah, from whoever, from whatever, for sure.
From
sure.
royal family as well?
Maybe, you know, I think maybe, you
Okay.
know. I don't know, but I would not stop myself from producing something because I don't think that's right. I think an artist has to say the truth and be truthful to themselves. Otherwise, what's the point? Do something else then,
Yeah.
you know? Then your art is, what? It's decoration, it's, you know, I just can't. So I have to have my freedom of my language, and it's up to the others to censor it then.
Okay. And that happens?
Yes, it's happened.
Okay.
Yeah, it's happened.
Again, I want to understand this very clearly. So people in galleries are sometimes afraid to do business with you or show their art because they're afraid of reactions from outside
But
or,
of course.
or the royal family,
Of course.
government?
Sometimes they're ridiculously scared of the royal family because a lot of them don't mind at all. You know, it's just what they think, what people think And so they make a whole cinema to themselves, a whole Walt Disney to themselves. But
Do you ever feel less inspired than before?
No.
Because your struggle for your rightful place
Oh,
in the
no,
royal
no.
family was kind of your inspiration, can I
no,
say
I
that?
am more inspired, even more.
Really?
Yeah, even more. Yeah.
And how come? Do you have an explanation for that? Why do you feel more inspired now?
More because I think the struggle never ends. You know, the struggle never ends. It's a different type of struggle, of course. Before, my art was much more a voice, like kind of like help me in this situation, help. And now it's kind of holding on to staying positive in life. I make really a lot of pieces to talk to me, and it actually talks to others, and I'm happy about that, to just say, come on, guys, you know, we are in difficult times, but you have to be able to live as well and enjoy the simplicity of what you have at this moment.
Actually, I also asked you if people might look at you differently as an artist since carrying the title. How will your title of princess change your reputation as an artist for the outside world, do you think?
Well, again, it's very soon, so I don't know. It's not ideal. That I knew that it could be a problem, because in the arts world, it doesn't really. It's better to come from a really you know, being a tramp, you know, and coming from the street and nothing. It's much more trendy. If you come from a certain background, like a princess and all, it's not. You're not supposed to be an artist. It looks like if you're a Sunday painter, but I'm a full-time artist. That's what I live on. And so there can be confusion.
You have less street credibility.
Yeah. So people get very confused. They suddenly think, oh, well, you know, you're a princess, and they think you're painting your nails all day. And, you know, no. I mean, some might, but I'm not.
So, but you have noticed a shift in approach from galleries.
Yeah, I think it's not ideal when I'm introduced to a gallery abroad and then they learn that I have that title. They suddenly, that's why, for example, we changed our daughter's name in the university, because they presume things, you know, just like you said, well, you live like, you know, you're very privileged. And so they presume a hell of a lot of things, and they think, but why would she even take it seriously when my work is everything to me? It's my third baby. So it's, so yeah, sometimes it's very annoying. But again, you know, that's part of the journey. You know, I just have to battle with it and prove everybody wrong. And maybe that's why I even work more. It's like, I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to have my work around this place in 200 years, and people are going to talk about it. That's my aim, and I'm going to get there.
Do you feel that you have more of a platform now that you're, well, a princess, more now than 5 years ago? Do people listen more closely to what you say?
I don't think it's because I'm a princess. Okay. I think it's because of my journey. It's because of what I did, because of what I fought for, and I think a lot of people think it's for the right, very sort of right reasons, etc., etc. And I think then they see that I'm a woman who fights for justice, but not just for myself, but for others. I've always been like that. Again, just as a little girl, if anybody got bullied around me, I would definitely defend them. I never sort of look back, you know, and pretend it didn't happen. So I think it's more to do with my journey. I don't think it's just because you're a princess that people are going to say and want to maybe hear your point of view on certain things. That's my feeling. That's my belief.
The last question we asked you 5 years ago was how you would score yourself In terms of happiness, in the year 2025, do you remember how many points you predicted you would give yourself today from 0 to 10?
Huh? No.
No?
No, gosh, no, I didn't.
So we have a look then?
Yeah.
If you would have to give a score between 0 and 10 today on the happiness line, where would you be today?
I would say 9.
Okay, that's high.
Yeah, I'm very happy.
What will the score be in 5 years then?
Maybe 7.
Okay. A drop of 2, that's a lot.
For the very wrong reasons, I can tell you.
Which reasons would that be?
Just physically, you know, when everything like starts sagging. I mean, I'm sorry, it's not. You know, I'm an artist. I like good-looking stuff.
Yeah. But you can work on that. Or, I mean, you could have something done physically or to
Like surgery.
to prevent things from dropping. You can work on that if you really wanted to.
Yeah, you'll see me with like my boots to my neck in 5 years.
Yeah, but we had some good laughs 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But how do you look back at that quote? 7.
Okay.
You feel happier
so,
than 7?
No, I was right.
Really?
Yeah.
You feel less happy today than 5
Yeah.
years ago?
Yeah.
Really? And why is that?
I don't know. I think it's more about what's going on. It really does get to you.
In the world,
In
you
the
mean?
world, yeah. It gets to you, you know, you just like, and you feel so like impuissant, incapable. You're like, I wish I could do something. And it's hard. It's really hard to see it. So, and I think the more I get older, the more I'm aware of what's going on. And so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's really what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you still struggle with
But my
aging or
boobs haven't
physical
gone down in
changes,
5 years yet. That'll be maybe another 5 years. It didn't do that in 5 years' time. Yeah, I think once you kind of, I don't know if you feel the same thing, but once you've gone over the sort of 50-something,
I've been there.
right? Before you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Everything's going to go blah. But it doesn't happen like that. And then I think you're more and more like happy with the inside than the outside. You have to. I mean, it's like forgiving. You have to accept nature as much as possible. So that's okay. I've calmed down with that. But how I see what's going on, yeah, I wanted to stop.
Yeah.
I wanted to stop
Yeah.
what's going on in the world.
What can I wish you for the next 5 years in your life?
What? This massive exhibition in the museum. What can you wish me for in the next 5 years? Gosh, it's a really difficult one. Yeah, it's probably something with my art, and also my fashion brand. I want to see it growing.
And go more into...
Internationally, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
But more fashion, more designs, clothes than painting?
No, I will always need to paint. And my work, my clothing comes from paintings anyway, so that's where it starts. And then it goes printed into the silk. But I do really enjoy that very much. Seeing my art coming from the wall onto people is really something, it feels amazing because they're actually putting it on them. It becomes their identity. They become my family. That's what it feels like anyway. So this is something that I love. And then the next 5 years, my children being independent and happy.
That's important.
That for me is like, oh my gosh. In some ways, I don't want them to leave home. But in some ways, I want them to just be independent so that I'm more at peace of if something happens to me, they don't need me as much. That is something that I really will feel. But I'm not so sure if that can be done in 5 years for my little one. It's just a little bit short, maybe. But
Okay.
yeah, it's getting there.
Well, I wish you all the best
Thank you.
as an artist
Thank you very much.
in your public and, of course, in your private life.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. You're
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much.